The and. Come on.
All right, so on the back, just to give context and information about what this says, it says that the intention of these cards is to offer thought-provoking questions that span a variety of emotions. Each one is an opportunity to lean into discomfort, discover something new, and deepen your relationship, and ultimately grow together. So Brene Brown would fucking love this. Lean in.
Lean in. I'm going to zoom out. How about that?
Okay.
All right, so we got the Kristen this card game.
Uh-huh.
And it's questions. So the idea is that do you have the rules? Or do I have the rules? You're supposed to sit across from each other.
Mm-hmm.
And you're supposed to choose 12 random cards from the deck, which we don't have time for all of that. And you're supposed to sit facing one another with a foot of distance between you, but I think we're much closer than that. Take 30 seconds to relax and look at one another.
Is that really necessary?
Well, not for this video.
Okay.
Okay, and then you're supposed to ask me a question or I ask you a question. And you don't have to answer the question. It says for every question must be asked, but you do not have to answer the question. To earn the right to remain silent, you must look the person in the eye for 10 seconds before saying pass.
I'm excited.
So this whole channel is about connection, especially through relationships. And what better way to connect?
Ooh, it's hot as
Okay.
out here.
Here, you take a couple,
Okay.
and I'll take a couple. You gonna go first, or you want me to go first?
I'll ask you a question first. Okay. What's the one thing I could do that would dramatically improve my life?
Improve your life?
I already have you.
Time management skills.
Yeah. But what specifically? Because that's like a whole class of behaviors. Like what type of time management skills? Because I have some
You do.
scattered about. Being like timeliness.
Okay, can I rephrase?
Uh-huh.
I don't know how to answer or word it, but something about not requiring
The environment to be just so.
answer.
Oh, okay. Go. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Not requiring a certain or maybe increasing your threshold for response effort.
Oh, okay. Okay. So toleration of response effort.
Yeah, so being able to tolerate putting more effort into things.
You think that would significantly improve my life?
I think that is so general that if it would, it could span across anything. And let me give people a clarification, because they're going to think that sounds like really shitty, and it's not. So for any sort of plan that you put into place, right, it generally does not last long.
Sometimes.
Okay, generally
Sometimes.
speaking, if you're like, all right, I'm going to write out the schedule and I'm going to do this, X, Y, and Z, or we're going to start this exercise program, or I'm going to do this, right? Like, generally things don't sustain.
Sometimes.
And I'm saying that without judgment.
Okay. Okay.
I would say a majority of the things that we've tried to do.
Okay. Okay.
Here's why. Because there's if it doesn't easily and naturally fall into your
If
what you need.
contingencies of reinforcement are not in the environment, I'm not gonna power through.
So maybe
Right?
it's finding the powering through to be reinforcing.
Or
the process versus the outcome, reinforcing.
Right. Okay.
Hey, good.
You guys vlogging?
A little bit.
Yeah, we do that too.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. Okay, I will accept that and think on that.
I'm not saying you have to do it. I'm just
no,
thinking
no.
it could drastically change certain things, like how many things will become easier.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, go.
Do I have to go through these one at a time, or can I choose?
I think you can choose.
What have we yet to try to do together?
We've yet to have a threesome. First thing comes to mind. Anything else?
No?
Okay. Cool. Do you think we'll still be this close in 15 years? Why or why not?
Of course we will.
Why?
Can I get some sunglasses?
Do what you need to do, babe.
Okay. Will we still be this close in 15 years? Why or why not? I actually think we'll be closer
Okay.
because we both value personal growth and vulnerability in that growth process, and we both include each other in that growth process.
That's true.
I think we frame a lot of things to be opportunities for growth rather than like anytime we have a conflict or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would agree with that. And also, neither of us wants to be miserable. You know? And we really love each other. So,
See my beautiful face on the camera. It's all hidden.
it's bright.
Do
It's
you
like
want
my
some
sunshade. No, I'm fine.
Where
Okay.
am I?
Oh, right here.
Well, it's my turn to ask you a question.
Uh-huh.
Ooh. What do you think could come between us, and what can we do about it?
Come between us. It's a tough one. I don't know what would come between us. I think if we were going to struggle, like if I could predict an area of struggle, it might be, if anything, we don't have enough between us. You know, like we're so intertwined
Ooh.
in each other's stuff that it's like there's a lack of independence sometimes, at least for me. I don't know that you feel that way because you have some independent things going on, and I don't necessarily have that right now. But it's something I'm working on because I recognize that it's like that's gonna be a problem for me.
It's interesting that you think the thing that could come between us is actually too much closeness.
Right.
It's like a weird backwards way of seeing that.
Mm-hmm.
But
I love being close to you, and it's not about being closeness. It's not about being close. It's just a sense of independence. I was incredibly independent before, and now I'm not so independent, or at least it doesn't feel that way. And I think there's like a sense of self within that for me, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay.
All right. Okay, we're going to skip that one. And then that one. Oh, that's a no-brainer. How do you think having children would or has affected our relationship? Has. And would, because we don't have any shared children.
We've had a lot of conversations on this.
Uh-huh.
A lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the times where it has... Wait, well, read the question again. Can I actually read it?
Yeah.
What do you think? Okay, affected our relationship. There's have positive and negatives.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so having children that we share responsibility for, you know, it's not that I consider myself a parent to your kid or you consider yourself a parent to my kid, but there's a responsibility of being an adult role model in somebody's life. And so I think that, I don't know, there's this connection to your kid and there's a connection to my kids that your kids, sorry, one's an adult now, I like try to singular, but your kids has brought to us. And I think that that's helped us grow closer. But there are times, if we're not intentional about it, where all the conversations become about that, all the focus becomes on them, and we lose a sense of who we are together. And it really can negatively affect that if we don't correct our course
Definitely.
quickly.
Yes, and I think that as like an indirect effect of having kids together, or each of us having kids from separate relationships, is that sometimes the stress of dealing with the other parent and the things that are going on because of that, and the hardships can be a downer.
It can be a big downer.
Especially me. I think I get really.
All right, I have an issue with these cards.
Why? They're binary.
Oh yeah.
Are they? I haven't. What does it
Yeah.
say?
It says, what scares or scared you the most about becoming a mother or father?
Why not just say
I'm
parent?
skipping that one.
It's so easy.
Oh, this is a good one.
Okay. Is it my turn or your turn?
Good. How
How
are you?
are you?
What does my love feel like?
Oh, so warm and genuine and easy.
Easy?
Very easy.
Why is it easy? That's an interesting answer.
I think there's work that goes into relationships, but it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of work that goes into maintaining a sense of love in terms of kindness and compassion and genuine care for the other. Yeah. Your love feels great. Feels safe, secure. Yeah.
I would agree.
Yeah?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Good.
Life with you is easy.
Yeah. Good. I'm glad. That could have gone really south had it not been. Oh gosh, what do you think I question about myself? Where to begin?
Can't just say, I don't know, you're insecure about a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
I think you question your, I don't know how to word it. I don't want to say your sanity. You don't. More like your
Genetic predisposition.
yes. Whether or not you're a good person, whether or not you have a lot of and we all have it, parts of ourselves that we wish we didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it was from people who raised us or, these things. And it's, how do you separate yourself from your past? How do you separate yourself from your history, from your genetic, all of those things. And I think that sometimes the things I see you question most about yourself are in times where those situations closely align with anything that has happened, in your past.
Yeah, I think my deepest insecurity is that I'm like fundamentally broken.
Thank you. That's helpful. That's why sanity. I couldn't find the word.
I mean,
You're not.
remains to be seen. But yeah, I'm sane. But yeah, for sure. Just given the like history, genetic predisposition to mental illness and substance abuse and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, when that shows up, any of that. I mean, not substance abuse, fortunately, but any sort of like mood fluctuations, things like that. Like I get all kinds tangled up into that instead of just letting it be what it is. It's like I have to make it so much worse because now it says all these things about me, and it's like I'm just like this person and that person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that.
Okay.
Oh wait.
Okay, your turn.
To ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry.
I know because I always respond.
What do you think is a fundamental moral value we share in common?
Oh, I think there's a few. Now, I would say authenticity, but that's a stronger value for you than it is for me. I would also say the value of
moral value,
right, about others, right? Or about like how we when I think of morals, I think about how we interact with our world and others in our world, right?
Sure.
Yeah, how we present ourselves. I mean, I definitely think themes around social justice and believing that this world should be fair for everybody and not just for the dominant group. And I think we both have a desire, and like from a moral perspective, it's hard to separate that from values, but like we have a sense of obligation, responsibility to have a positive and meaningful impact, to leave this world better.
It's a big one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What do you think?
Nope, that's where I was headed.
Really?
Yep, definitely. It's embedded in the way that we raise our kids, the conversations, things that we choose to give our time to.
Mm-hmm.
And if those were things that we did not have in common, we would not be doing those things together.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
I see all the books that you buy for kids, whether it's like gender exploration or racism or was the one that came the other day.
This is not racist, and there was the LGBTQ history for kids.
Yes, all it was. That was okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But those themes are all embedded in conversations that we have.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so when I think about morality and I think about shared values with you, that's definitely what comes up.
Thankfully. So, what time is it? How are we doing? Because I gotta get Lincoln ready.
Well, we should probably wrap this up.
Okay.
I think we should do this far more often.
This was fun.
This is we'll say that this is round one of the And Couples Edition.
Why is it called the And? I really don't
know.
get that because
I'm
I
not
don't
sure
see
it says
any
it.
ands.
On there.
We could probably put a link right to this.
Cool.
Woo! I need some AC.
You're not going to give me a kiss on the cheek?
Oh yes. This is our signing off. Mwah. Right?
Uh-huh. You're sweaty.
I know.